I almost don't want to talk about the markets of Peru because they're so touristy already. At least the one in Surquillo, which is very well known, and it used to be one of my favorite places to go, but then I started going there every Saturday with my housekeeper, and I would go there, and there would be lots of tour groups following us around or leading us around, however you want to put it, and sometimes I would see them there, and I would see tourists there, and they didn't know what things were, and then I felt compelled to tell them, and I just thought to myself, I wish they would get a guide, a paid guide. So I love markets. I love exploring markets. Some markets are much cuter than other markets, and some markets are very dirty and gritty. I like to go exploring around in markets and trying different fruits and talking to the stall owners if I can. But it's more fun to go with a local who will help you and show you how you're supposed to eat a certain fruit or a certain food. And of course, the best prices are often at the local markets. So my actual favorite market in Lima is the market in Lince, and the market's called Labaton. It's out in Lince. Lince is a part of town that's just on the other side of San Isidro from Miraflores. And although it's not very far away, it is amazing how you will not find a single other foreigner in the Lince market. I would go there. One time I went there with a whole bunch of gringos. Well, I say gringos, two. I went with two other gringos, and the people in the market had just never, I don't think they'd ever had to deal with foreigners. And it was nice because they just went about their day doing their own thing. I guess the prices were a little bit better. After all, they weren't inflated or conflated, I guess the term is, for expats and tour groups. But that is my favorite market, I think. And also because I was finding that Surquillo was getting a little dirty and dark and dank. And the Labaton market is sort of like a big metallic souk and quite organized. Another great thing about Peru in general, but the markets also, is that there are always bathrooms. Sure, you have to pay 50 cents, but hey, who cares? It's a bathroom to use. I like to try the foods when I'm there, as I said, in the markets, but there are many different kinds of markets too. So even though they're the big markets where you'll find everything, there are also specialist markets that deal only in flowers and plants. There are some that deal in, there are farmers markets, what would be called farmers markets in the US, that are usually every weekend. Some of them are, and you'll see the same vendors there at the same markets out in Surco or in Barranco or in Miraflores. And these eco-feria or bio-feria farmers markets tend to be a little more expensive. After all, they're a little more upmarket. And then, of course, there are specialty shops like Deli France and also that are markets, but basically indoors, and where you can get a lot of imported things or specialty items, which is great. The Central Fish Market is not the same experience as you would have if you went to the one in Tokyo. This one is out in a part of town that is a little bit dicey if you are a non-local. It is also not so cheap. Well, that's not true. The fish is very cheap, but you can probably afford the slightly more expensive fish that's already been shipped from the Central Fish Market out to your local market without trekking out to the Central Fish Market. That would be my take. It's probably not worth the money you're saving. Another market that I really enjoyed going to was Gamara, which is the textile market or fabric district of town. There you could get great prices, but it really helped if you were, how shall I say it, more male and more appearing more of the people. I'll put it delicately like that. And then, of course, there is Minca. Minca is out in Callao, and it's the best of both worlds. It's a traditional market and very clean, mixed with a mall. How great is that?